Route 66 is a 2,400-mile highway connecting Illinois to California, and it is a road steeped in history. The route was originally created to connect the Midwest to the West Coast in the 1900s. Since then, it's become a popular route for people to take road trips, full of the rich history of America. If you're planning a road trip, there are many scenic sections that feature iconic stops you won't want to miss. Even if you only have 3 days to explore Route 66, there are many different ways to experience this historic American highway. With such a rich history, it might not be a surprise that there are many oddities along this iconic route. Route 66 is home to some inexplicable paranormal activity, and it's a great place for ghost hunters to find a slew of haunted mansions and curiosities. From old hotels to family mansions, some of America's most haunted locations fall right along Route 66. If you're considering planning a spooky road trip, these are some haunted stops along Route 66 that you won't want to miss. Number 7. Hotel Monte Vista, Arizona Flagstaff. Arizona is a great place to visit any time of year, especially in the spring. And if you're looking for interesting things to do during your visit, you'll want to check out this incredibly haunted hotel. The Hotel Monte Vista is one of Route 66's most famous haunted locations. This iconic hotel is full of paranormal activity. The most popular rooms with frequent sightings are rooms 220 and 305, home to the Meat Man and the Rocking Chair. In the 1980s, a lodger who was known to hang meat in his room passed away in room 220. Nowadays, guests report feeling the grasp of cold hands in the night, as well as seeing the TV turn off on its own. Room 305 has also been featured on ghost hunter TV shows, and guests often see the rocking chair in the room moving on its own. These are just a few of the many ghostly visitors that frequent the Hotel Monte Vista. You can book your stay at this haunted hotel for a bargain. Rooms start at $104 a night. Number 6. McPike Mansion, Illinois. This ghostly mansion in Alton, Illinois is a top-rated spooky stop along Route 66. One of the many haunted places along Route 66 is located right in Alton, Illinois. The McPike Mansion is known to be haunted by ghosts, with many paranormal sightings reported by visitors. Built in 1869, this mansion originally belonged to the McPike family. This antiquated property is stark and beautiful, housing lavish marble fireplaces and intricate architecture. But perhaps the most interesting feature is the ghosts that linger in the halls. There are numerous reports of visitors feeling cold spots throughout the house, hearing kids laughing and seeing mist, especially in photos. There have even been people who have seen an apparition. Several people have seen the figure of a man lurking in the halls. The McPike Mansion was actually featured on an episode of Ghost Lab, where ghost hunters came in to test the area for paranormal activity. You can get your own chance to see, hear, or feel the ghosts that linger in this mansion on one of the ghost tours offered throughout the year. Number 5. The Hornet Spook Light, Oklahoma. This mysterious, inexplicable floating ball of light can be seen by taking a slight detour off of Route 66 in Oklahoma. Most people report seeing an orange ball of light that travels from east to west along this 4-mile stretch of gravel road. As with most paranormal occurrences, people seek a reasonable explanation as to the source of the light. From natural gas to car lights' reflections, most of these explanations fall short of the experience. The first records of spook light sightings date back to 1881. If reading about endless reports of people seeing this light across the decades isn't enough for you, someone actually caught it on camera. The best time to see the spook light is between 10 p.m. and midnight. Go quietly. This light is known to shy away from large groups and loud noises. Number 4. Amarillo Natatorium, the Nat. Texas. This public pool-turned-dance hall on Route 66 in Texas has a rich history and a lot of paranormal activity. This roadside curiosity stands stark against the skyline with its medieval-style roof, commonly called the Nat. This building has long been a gathering place in Texas for recreation and relaxation. Originally home to a 100-foot-long swimming pool, the Nat was eventually transformed into a dancing hall and is now an antique hall. Given this rich history, it's perhaps no surprise that the Natatorium has a high level of paranormal activity. There have been numerous reports of seeing a woman in a white dress, sometimes screaming in pain, throughout the Nat. Visitors and workers have also noticed that objects will disappear or mysteriously end up in strange places. Disembodied music has also been heard, perhaps linked to the Nat's history as a dance hall. The Natatorium has intrigued many ghost hunters to examine these creepy phenomena. Looking for ghosts on your Route 66 road trip? You can visit the Natatorium right off of Route 66 in Amarillo, Texas, and see them for yourself. Number 3. Belvidere Mansion, Oklahoma. Tour an old family mansion off of Route 66 in Oklahoma to discover architectural wonders, as well as a ghost or two. This beautiful historic landmark along Route 66 in Claremore, Oklahoma is steeped in rich history and paranormal activity. This Gothic-style mansion is intriguing for historians and ghost hunters alike. The home boasts interesting architecture that stands out. You can explore all this landmark has to offer and take a self-guided tour of the home, but beware, you might encounter a few paranormal experiences along the way. Visitors report hearing and seeing what might be the original Belvidere residence. Strange noises, children laughing, and the occasional dark figure of a man lurking in the shadows have all been spotted in the mansion's halls. This mansion has been the focus of paranormal psychics and other ghost hunters who have reported finding evidence of increased paranormal activity, especially on the second floor. Whether you're seeing historical information or a spooky experience, the Belvidere Mansion is a great stop on Route 66 in Oklahoma. Number 2. La Fonda Hotel, New Mexico. This 400-year-old hotel is more than just a great place to unwind in New Mexico. It's also a local haunt for many ghostly visitors. A long-time establishment built for luxurious lodging, the La Fonda Hotel sits right in the plaza in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Santa Fe is a place full of incredible history, and the La Fonda Hotel is seamlessly part of that. This beautiful hotel's history can be traced back over 400 years, making it one of the oldest hotels in America. With its historic reputation, it's no surprise that this spot is home to some frequent paranormal activity. There are tales and records of murders, gunfights, and other tragedies throughout La Fonda's history. While circumstances are much safer for visitors today, the spirits of the past may have lingered. Visitors report hearing heavy footsteps, seeing a shadowy figure of a man dressed in judge's robes, and other paranormal events. Booking a stay at this hotel off Route 66 in New Mexico is a great idea if you're looking to relax or chase some ghosts. Number 1. The Lemp Mansion, Missouri. Considered one of the most haunted houses in America, the Lemp Mansion in St. Louis has a long history of inexplicable oddities. Route 66 runs right through Missouri's metropolis of St. Louis, with many oddities waiting to be discovered. One of the haunted locations you can explore in St. Louis is the Lemp Mansion. This establishment leans into its spooky history and offers ghost tours, mystery dinners, and other experiences. Back in 1949, Charles Lemp tragically committed suicide in the mansion. Ever since, there have been reports of inexplicable events occurring. Strange noises, objects that move on their own, figures that lurk in the shadows. The owners of Lemp Mansion aren't in the business of hiding these paranormal events, though. Visitors can stay the night in this haunted inn, enjoy a murder mystery dinner or theater show, and take tours of the most spooky parts of the building. This haunted mansion along Route 66 in St. Louis is well worth your while if you're looking for mysterious stops along Route 66,